116.
Okay, today we see the compound interest. In the previous class, I explained simple interest and how to calculate simple interest. How to calculate simple interest. Okay, simple interest is calculated on the original sum. Considering that annual interest is paid regularly and principal balance is left. This is the principle of simple interest. And today we see the meaning of compound interest. What is compound interest? Okay. So compound interest is the interest where the interest of the first year is added to the principal to calculate interest for the second year. Okay. Simply I am telling you, first year interest is same, simple interest. First year we calculate the simple interest and the simple interest of the first year is added to the principal and amount we calculate at the end of the first year. First year amount will become the principal for the second year. First year amount will become the principal for the second year and we calculate the simple interest for the second year and second year interest is added to the second year principal. Second year interest is added to the second year principal and that is considered as principal for the third year. For the third year. And third year we calculate interest and add the interest in the third year principal and assert in the amount. That amount become the principal for the fourth year. This process of calculating interest is called as compound interest. Compound interest. Okay. And this compound interest is working on the principle that interest at the end of every year is not paid by the borrower to the lender. Interest at the end of each year is not paid to the paid by the borrower to the lender, and interest is accumulated. Interest is added to the principal. On this assumption, we calculate the compound interest. Okay. Once again, I would like to tell you, simple interest and compound interest are same. Only thing is, there is a change in the consideration of principal. In the simple interest, only principal, original sum is the principal. But in the compound interest, the principal changes every year. The principal value changes every year. Therefore, the interest also changes every year. This is the point you remember. Okay. I'll give you one example. Suppose you have given 100 rupee. 100 rupee at the rate of 10% interest. 100 rupee you gives at 10% rate of interest. What is the interest at the end of the first year? Come on, tell me anyone.
10.
100 rupee 1 year at the rate of 10%. What is the interest? 10 rupee. 10 rupee is the interest. Okay, 10 rupees is the interest. Then what is the amount?
110.
110. Okay, 110 is the amount at the end of first year. That 110 first year amount become the principal for the second year. 110 rupee of amount of first year become the principal for the second year. Then what is the principal for the second year?
110.
110 is the principal for the second year. Okay. Then rate of interest is 10%. What is the interest for the second year?
11 rupees.
11 rupees is the interest for the second year. Okay. Then what is the amount of the second year? What is the
121.
amount? 121.
120.
Okay, 121 is the amount for the second year. Then the second year amount become the principal for the third year. Then what is the third year principal?
121.
121 is the principal. Okay. If 121 is the principal for the third year at the rate of 10%, what is the interest for the third year?
12.
What is the interest for the third year at the rate of 10%? 'What is the principal? Third year principal 121. 121 is the principal. Rate of interest is 10%. If you calculate 10%, what is the interest? Yes. Don't know. 10% of 121.
12.1.
121 is principal. On that you calculate 10%.
12.1.
12.1 is the interest. Okay. In this way you have to calculate simple interest application. Okay. So compound interest means it is also simple interest. So in the compound interest, first year amount become the principal for the second year. Second year amount become the principal for third year. Third year amount become the principal for fourth year. Fourth year principal become the fourth year amount become the principal for the fifth year, and so on. If the interest is calculated in this way, that is called as compound interest. Compound interest. So you see the meaning of compound interest. What is compound interest? When the interest at the end of each fixed period, at the end of each fixed period, interest is added to principal. Interest is added to principal, and amount thus obtained is taken as principal. Whatever amount comes, that amount is taken as principal for the next period. Next period. At the end of each period, interest is added to the principal, and the amount is taken as a principal for the next period. To calculate interest, that method is called as compound interest. Compound interest. Any doubt? You remember this one. And if they ask to calculate, if they ask to write the distinction between simple interest and compound interest, simple interest is calculated on original principal, and compound interest is calculated on the amount of the previous year. Amount of the previous year. This is the first point. And in simple interest, interest is same every year. And in the compound interest, interest is changing. And third point is, in the simple interest, interest is fixed. In the compound interest, increasing interest. Interest increasing rate. I'll give you the notes regarding that in the next class. This is the meaning of compound interest. Okay. You see here, interest on rupees 100 for 1 year at our rate of interest. What is the interest? This point you already interest on rupees 100 for 1 year at our rate of interest. You told the answer in the simple interest explanation. What is the answer? R is the interest on rupees 100 for 1 year. Clear? Then what is the interest on rupee 1 for 1 year at the rate of R?
R divided by 100.
R divided by 100 is the answer. Okay. R divided by 100 is the interest. Then what is the amount? Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Okay. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. What is the principal in the second equation? Interest on rupee 1. 1 means principal. 1 is year means 1 year means N. R means rate of interest. Okay, if you put the value in this equation, amount is equal to P. P is equal to 1. And interest is equal to what? What is interest?
R divided
by
100.
100. Okay. Principal is 1 rupee and interest on 1 rupee is R by 100. Okay. R by 100. Therefore, amount is equal to 1 plus R by 100. Am I right? Amount is equal to 1 plus R by 100. Is it? 1 by 100. So, amount on rupee 1 for 1 year at our rate of interest is equal to, what is your answer? What is the amount on rupee 1 for 1 year at our rate of interest?
NR divided by 100.
NR divided by 100. Where is N? I am asking amount. You have to calculate amount on rupee 1. On rupee 1 for 1 year. For 1 year at our rate of interest. What is the interest on rupee 1 for 1 year at our rate of interest? What is the interest?
R divided by 100.
Interest is R divided by 100. Okay. Then what is the principal in this case?
1.
1. Then amount is equal to what? Amount is equal to principal
1 plus R by 100.
Huh?
1 plus R divided by 100.
So amount on rupee 1 for 1 year at our rate of interest is equal to 1 plus R by 100. Is it? This is the interest. Amount for 1 year on rupee 1. Clear? Any doubt? amount on 1 rupee principal for 1 year is equal to, at the rate of R, 1 plus R by 100. 1 plus R by 100. Clear? My next question is, what is the amount on rupee 1? On rupee 1 for second year at R rate of interest. What is the principal for the second year?
1 plus R by 100.
1 plus R by 100 is the principal. Okay. You take that principal. And multiply by the amount on 1 rupee for 1 year. You will get the amount for the second year. Yes. Anybody tell me? What is the amount for the, what is the principal for the second year? Okay, come on, tell me. What is the principal for the second year? Principal for the second year. First year amount become the principal for the second year. Am I right? First year amount is the principal for the second year. This is the P, principal for the second year. Okay, this is the principal for the second year. Then you multiply by the 1 rupee amount for 1 year. 1 rupee amount for 1 year. What is the amount for 1 rupee for 1 year? Are you getting my point or not? This is the amount of the first year on 1 rupee. Okay. This amount become the principal for the second year. This is the amount of first year. This amount become the principal for the second year. Clear? And thereafter, this is the principal. Then 1 rupee amount. 1 rupee amount. Amount for 1 rupee for 1 year at our rate of interest is, this is the amount. Okay. This is the amount equation. Amount of 1 rupee. This is the principal of the second year. And you multiply by the 1 rupee amount. You multiply by 1 rupee amount. 1 rupee amount is 1 plus R by 100. Am I right? Are you getting my point or not? So this is the principal value. First year amount become the principal. Then in this point, this is the amount of 1 rupee for 1 year. There are two meanings are in this equation. First meaning is, this is the amount for first year on 1 rupee. Okay. And this become the principal. And this is the amount on 1 rupee. This is the amount on 1 rupee for 1 year. Amount on 1 rupee for 1 year is this much. Then what is the amount for P rupee? This is the P value. This is the P value. So you multiply these two. You multiply these two, you will get the amount for the second year. You will get the amount for second year. Okay. Therefore, the amount for second year on 1 rupee is equal to, this is the principal. This is the principal and this is the equation of 1 rupee amount. Equation of 1 rupee amount. 1 rupee amount into principal is equal to total amount. Total amount. This is the second year. Okay, you remember this. And come to the next. Amount on rupee 1 for third year. Third year. What is the principal for the third year? You tell me. What is the principal for third year? Third year principal. Are you getting my point or not? Otherwise, I'll go to directly equation. Second year principal, second year amount become the principal for third year. Second year principal amount. Second year amount means these two brackets. These two brackets are the amount of second year become principal for the third year. So this is the P value. Remember this. This is the P value for the third year. So this is the total P value, and then you multiply by the 1 rupee amount. Multiply by 1 rupee amount. So this bracket again comes. So this is the principal. This is the amount of 1 rupee. You multiply the amount of 1 rupee and principal, you will get the total amount. Total amount. This is for third year. This is for third year amount. Then next is the amount of 1 rupee for fourth year. Fourth year amount. What is the fourth year amount? So what is fourth year principal? Second year amount is fourth year principal. Second year amount is fourth year principal. So what is the second year, third year amount? Third year amount becomes principal for fourth year. What is the amount of third year? The three brackets are amount of the third year become principal for fourth year. Fourth year principal means three brackets. Three brackets are the principal for the one, two, three is indicator of principal, and multiply by 1 rupee value, 1 rupee amount. Now it is the amount of fourth year. First year 1 bracket, second year 2 bracket, third year 3 brackets, fourth year 4 brackets, fifth year 5 brackets, sixth year 7 brackets, like that n number of years. How many brackets are there? Suppose there are n number of years, how many brackets will come? Are you getting my point or not? Okay, anybody tell me. First year amount, 1 bracket is there. Okay, for the second year, 2 brackets are there. Third year, 3 brackets are there. Fourth year, 4 brackets are there. Fifth year, 5 brackets. Then sixth year, how many brackets? Sixth year, how many brackets? 6 brackets. If there are n number of years, how many brackets are there? N number of brackets. Then it is not possible to write all the brackets. Is there any other method of writing all these brackets? Okay. How to write it? One bracket, 2 bracket, 3 bracket, 4 bracket, 5 brackets, like that. Here 4 brackets are there. Instead of writing all these 4 brackets, any other form of writing is there? Tell me. ಯಾರಿಗಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತನಾ? Instead of writing 4 brackets, is there any simple form of writing this?
One plus r divided by 100 bracket raised to 4.
Bracket raised to 4.
4.
Okay, instead of writing these brackets, you can write 1 plus r by 100 raised to 4. Clear? So, if there are n number of years, the amount on rupee 1 for n number of years, 1 plus r divided by 100 raised to n. This is the amount equation for 1 rupee for n number of years at the rate of r rate. So, your equation is 1 plus r by 100 raised to 4. Then if there are n number of years, 1 plus r by 100 raised to n. Then next you tell me what is the amount on P for n number of years at r rate of interest. Amount on P amount for n number of years at r rate of interest. What is your equation? Anybody? You don't know?
P plus 100 raised.
This is the amount for 1 rupee. You multiply by P. P is P. You take multiply. This is the amount for 1 rupee. You multiply by P. You will get the amount. Remember this. This is the amount equation. P in the bracket 1 plus r by 100 raised to n. This is the equation for calculating the compound amount, not interest. This is the amount equation. My dear friends, remember, in the simple interest, you calculate simple interest and then calculate amount. Remember this. In the simple interest method, first calculate simple interest and add in the principal to ascertain the amount. In case of compound interest, you calculate amount. You calculate amount, then deduct principal, you will get interest. It is the easy way of calculation. Remember this. And remember this equation, amount is equal to 1 P into 1 plus r by 100 raised to n. This is the equation for amount. This is the equation for the amount calculation under compound interest. Okay, you remember this one. ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಲಿಂದ ಏನ್ ತಿಳಿದ್ರಕ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ರಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ತರ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿರ್ಕ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. ನೆನಪು ಒಂದೇ ಇಟ್ಕೋರಿ, ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ ಸಾಕು. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? Next is interest. Interest is equal to amount minus principal. Amount minus principal. Therefore, amount equation is 1 plus P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N is the amount. Out of that, you deduct P, principal. So, in the two brackets, here are two brackets. Here are two brackets. One is amount, another is principal. Second is principal. In the two brackets, there is common is P. P is the common. So you take P outside the bracket and form the equation. Form the equation. Therefore, interest is equal to 1 P in the bracket, small bracket 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. minus 1. In place of P, 1 comes. Here, 1 comes. 1 is silent. Remember this. This is the interest equation under compound interest. And you don't follow this compound interest equation. Remember this. You don't directly go for calculating compound interest. Remember this. If they ask to calculate interest, you calculate the amount. You calculate the amount. In the amount, you deduct the principal, you will get the interest. Remember this. And calculation of interest under compound interest is complicated. It is complicated, therefore you calculate amount only. Always you calculate the amount and deduct principal to ascertain interest. This is the point you remember. And this is the basic thing regarding compound interest. How to calculate compound interest and compound amount and interest. Okay. And for this compound interest, you must have the knowledge of logarithm. All of you studied logarithm in your third semester or not? Okay, come on, tell me. Have you studied logarithm in your third semester, commercial arithmetic or not?
Yes.
You studied logarithm. Okay. You studied logarithm. There are mainly 3 laws of logarithm. One is multiplication theorem, second is division, and third is power place. Third is power and fourth is square root. First rule is applicable regarding the addition theorem of probability, addition theorem of logarithm. Second is division theorem, or you call as a multiplication theorem, division theorem, PowerPoint theorem, and square root theorem. There are 4 rules in the logarithm. If you know the 4 rules of logarithm, you can solve the compound interest very easily. Without any problem, you can solve the compound interest. If you are not having the knowledge of logarithm, then the problem arises. Okay. So, you see the logarithm. What is logarithm? What is logarithm? Anybody know that? Yes, anybody know the logarithm? Tell me. Yarir gottayti logarithm andra? Logarithm is nothing but expressing the value in terms of power point. In terms of power. Expressing the value in power where base is 10. Where base is 10. That is the logarithm. For example, number 100. Number 100 is there. You have to write the 100 number. Instead of writing 100, you have to write its power point, power value. You have to write the power value. Power value where the base is 10.